Howdy there. Colin Lamb, a.k.a. the Tone. That's enough of that. That's enough of that fucking nonsense. Colin Lamb, a.k.a. the Tone Wizard here. This is my third attempt to start this video. I hope you're doing very well wherever you may be. I'm doing pretty good. It's been piss and rain up here in Canada where I'm from for about 4 days on the bounce, so I thought I'd record a video today. This is episode 2 of getting into King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. I want to thank everybody who got involved in the first episode I did, which you can check out on my channel. You can check out that and much more. If you give me a subscription or check out some of my videos, I would greatly appreciate it. But I want to thank people who got involved. There were some regular customers in there: Bob Urso, Kevin Bosick, Coaster Magic, and Nick Slafani. Thank you very much for your input, and thank you everybody else who got involved there. And some new subscribers to the channel: Adam Poller, a guy with a Russian name in Russian lettering that I was too lazy to look up. But thank you for subscribing to the channel. Maka Pearson, Bear Mafia, and Jake Gonzalez, welcome to the channel. I can assure you I will do everything I can to maintain your subscription, including adding production value. Fuck's sakes. Like the hat you see right here. My wife had that kicking around. She's got 2 of them. Didn't want to be in the video. Anyways, yeah, thank you very much for watching that video and getting involved, and to the new subscribers. But let's get into this, because today I had a pretty good look at the 2013 Western concept album by the Giz called... Didn't time that right. Called Eyes Like the Sky. So a number of people, when I did the first episode, recommended albums a little further down the chain for King Giz, and the video that I watched to kind of get into it from the Middle 8 channel, it's kind of like a mini documentary about King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. They recommended some later albums, but as soon as I saw that they had a Western concept album, I abso-fucking-lutely had to get in there and check that out for myself. I've done other videos on my channel that you can check out. I did a review of Ziltoid the Omniscient, the Devin Townsend concept album, sci-fi progressive rock thing, which you should definitely check out. Me Aside, it's a great album. And I've done a very good look at The Man Who Stepped Into Yesterday, which is kind of a Fish concept album that actually lays a lot of the bedrock for the Fish lore and all that stuff. But you can go check those videos out on my channel. But as soon as I heard that they had a Western concept album, I just fucking had to check it out for myself. So let's get into the discussion here about this thing. I looked it up and I found a couple of articles about it. I wanted to see if I could figure out why they decided to do this. This little snippet here is from the Dear Evan Hansen Wiki. I don't know what the connection there is to King Giz or who Evan Hansen is. I think it's a movie or something. I don't fucking know, but I found this on it. It said, King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard's second full-length album, Eyes in the Sky, was released on February 22nd, 2013, described as a cult Western audiobook. And in there, Stewart is quoted as saying, "I love Western films, I love bad guys, I love Red Dead Redemption, oh, and I love evil guitars," which is, of course, a nice little sum up of the album, really. But as I read into a little further, I discovered that this album was done in collaboration with one of the band members, Ambrose Kenny Smith's father. And here is a little snippet from a different article from Happy, which I'll provide a link to. I'll link to both of the articles I looked at, but he describes his son as the tall one who looks vaguely like Julia Roberts. And I think I should have made a side-by-side photo comparison. I might still do that later on. That might be insulting, but I'll probably do it. And so I thought that was interesting anyways. And then from the same article, it says that this concept album, the lyrics for the concept album, is based on the book My 32 Years Among the Indians by Richard Dodge, where Smith found his inspiration. So that's the inspiration, apparently. And apparently Smith had collaborated with them on their debut album on the song Sam Cherry's Last Shot. And then when they wanted to do a follow-up record, Mackenzie contacted Smith, as I'm reading here, and asked to do a full album. And that's kind of the genesis of the album. So, that's for later. Did it again. Just blew the fucking rating. Anyways. Yeah, so I got into listening to this thing. And to be honest with you, I gave it a listen, but I kind of skimmed a bit because I found that sonically it was very interesting. The first track, I really enjoyed. I got like a Black Keys vibe off of the guitars. I don't know. Tell me I'm wrong on that one. But I got that vibe. And I also got the Ween. And maybe it's just because this is the most... dumbest comparison I could make, and I obviously go on about Ween a lot on my channel, as you'll find out. I'm huge into that. I got a series of 30 episodes called Ween Talk, but I did get a Buenos Tardes Amigo vibe off this, and maybe that's just like the Americana spaghetti western kind of sounding thing. But I don't know. There were a couple of lyrics that I did like in the first track. When people call a boogeyman a bogeyman, am I right or is he right? Is it bogeyman or boogeyman? Let me know in the comments. Anyways, not fucking important, but there's a line, the swift economical dispatching of his enemies in track 1. Eyes Like the Sky. I did enjoy it, but I got to be honest with you, I got 3 or 4 in, and I was like, there's not a lot of dynamics here, and maybe that's why people have been recommending later stuff. But yeah, I think my favorite track was the track that you heard at the beginning of this video, The Raid, and there's good energy in that, and that's kind of what's impressed me most about the Giz, is that the energy is high, and the guitar playing is fantastic. But yeah, I mean, I'd have to say my favorite track is well, I like The Raid, but I also liked Evil Man. I thought Evil Man could be a pretty good track with lyrics. But that kind of ties into what I want to say. So my rating of this album, and again, I haven't listened to a lot of the Giz. I'm new to the party here, but my rating of this thing was 6 flying microtonal bananas out of 10 microtonal flying bananas. I did enjoy listening to it. It was nice. I probably won't go back to it, but I think that I would be disappointed if they didn't have so many other albums. Like, you know, I mean, this band, I think to date they have 18 now and a bunch of live stuff. So if this was a band that only put out an album every 2 years and this is what you got, you'd probably be choked. But in 2017, they put out 5 albums. So I'm not choked. I'm glad that I listened to it. I think that in terms of this being an album that came out earlier on in their career, I mean, all those guitar sounds that they made, you know, having that in the back pocket if they ever need it for future use, and certainly the way that they recorded the harmonica on some of the other tracks, like I think The Year of Our Lord, I think it was The Raid, maybe they had the harmonica, I can't remember, but I really enjoyed it. That being said, you know, if I had to pick between listening to this whole album again and just listening to Ween's Buenos Tardes Amigos, I think I would rather listen to the Ween track, because I think you get the same effect and maybe a less long-winded story with a little more humor in it. That's just my personal opinion. So moving on next, I'm actually going to keep going backwards in the Giz universe here, because I read some things that intrigued me about 12 Bar Brews, I think it's called. And that's where I'm going to be going next. So let me know what your thoughts are about that album. Let me know what your thoughts are about this video. Let me know if you maybe just like my dance moves. But yeah, chime in. We're gonna keep moving along here into the Giz verse. I just had to check out that album. It was crying out to me. It was like whatever the musical equivalent of clickbait is. So please feel free to subscribe to my channel. Check out my other stuff. Take very good care of yourself, and we'll see you on another video. But I just wanted to play a little outro here, because I actually looked into Broderick Smith's career, and I found a couple of bouncy little tracks on Spotify that I actually enjoyed. Apparently he was in a band called the Dingoes. Urged to say a sentence, a patronizing, stereotypical Australian reference sentence here when I see the name, the Dingoes. But anyways, I won't do that. But yeah, there's a track on the Dingoes. If you go to Spotify, it's called Come On Down. I kind of liked it. We're going to let that one ride out. You're listening to the Microtonal Banana 69.10. My name is the Tone Wizard. Thank you for getting involved in the channel. Keep your fucking hats on out there, because it's pissing down rain. Cats and dogs all over the show. Take care of yourselves.